Jorge Masvidal. One of his strengths is his absolute ability to be incredibly tough. He's incredibly tough. Excuse me. So here he gets clipped by Darren Till with a strong left hand. Holy cow. Something that probably would have killed most people, but he is able to recover, and not only recover, but he's able to uh, get out of that situation. He scrambles well. He shoots not shoots, but he ends up rolling up for a single leg of his own, forces Darren Till to defend, and then he's able to use that to stand up. And then once he stands back up, he blasts a strong body kick in, which is another one of his strengths. Um, Again, highlighting his toughness here, he gets his shin, he gets his a kick checked, and he's able to go right back to bouncing on his toes right here. That would take me about a month to heal up after, but he's very tough. He's got a good poker face, and he's very game and aptly named, I guess you could say, the nickname Game Bread Masvidal. Uh, got a good poker face, and he's always just in the fight. Mixes things up well from striking to takedown. This is an unsuccessful takedown, but then he goes right back to the striking right after the takedown, right after the shot. Another one of his strengths is that gives his opponent no break, goes from striking to takedown to striking. One thing I would like to see from Jorge is a little bit maybe more head kicks. So here he's stepping in from orthodox to southpaw, closing the distance with the punches. I like that. He's good at closing the distance with punches like that. And here again, another example of that when he blitzes forward, going from orthodox to open stance or to southpaw, and then back to orthodox, and blasting that strong kick in again. Now, I think that if he were to, like I said before, start mixing in addition to these strong body kicks, some strong head kicks as well, even if the kicks get blocked when he blasts them up to the head, that'll do damage to his opponent's forearms, and that will open up the body kicks even more. So that's something I'd like to see from him if he is ever going to add anything to his game. I think adding a right side power head kick would be a good thing to add, because it wouldn't take much of an adjustment to his fighting style. He just has to elevate his leg just a little bit more, and that would be there for him. Again, boom, beautiful body kick. Another one of his strengths. Let's see here, what's going on. Oh, so this time he actually gets the takedown, so it goes from striking to the takedown. Instead of, once he gets here, he's thinking about the double leg. He doesn't get the double. Instead of running the pipe on the single, he decides to, which would be, if he were to run the pipe, he would bring that left leg back and connect his hands. But instead of doing that, he he throws his right hand over the left trap of Darren Till and steps his right foot forward. So there's a couple different ways you could finish. The most common way would be to do what people would call run the pipe, which would be if he connected his hands and drew like a reverse C on the ground with his left foot, but instead he finishes the other way, which is throwing his hand over the top and stepping his right leg forward instead of stepping his left leg back. That was one of GSP's favorite finishes for his takedowns as well. So he's got good takedowns. He's got good grappling as well. He forces Darren Till here to work his way up once he takes him down. Masvidal's got good clinch work, good head pressure against the cage. Again, always making his opponents work, not just with the striking, but also in the clinch. He's well-rounded as a martial artist, and I'd say that's another one of his strengths. So here you see, I think this is the sequence. Yep, this is a sequence where he finishes the fight, and you see him throw this overhand left from the southpaw stance. So he jumps in, he switches stances, and now he's southpaw. A little bit of confusing footwork here, where he throws kind of an overhand in the process of switching stances. That clips him, and then, as Joe Rogan would say, this is academic, these punches here. So throws that left hook, and then, my God, look at the way that Darren Till's head bounces off the canvas here. Holy cow. The fact that someone can get knocked out that bad and not have, like, permanent brain damage is just a testament to how pliable the human body is. Because I was just watching an interview with Darren Till the other day, and it seems like that hasn't affected him too much anyways. He seems basically the same way that he was before, but by God, that's a terrible, terrible knockout. I mean, the punch itself was brutal. the bouncing off the head of the bouncing of the head off the canvas right here. If you watch it in real time, you can hear that happen, and oh, it's a nasty sound. And then, I mean, really not much to be learned from this fight, except that another one of his strengths is he's so relaxed when he fights, and that allows that relaxation. You see him here, how he's kind of hands behind his back, very relaxed, very confident, sprints out, throws that flying knee, finishes the fight. But before that happened, he was just so relaxed, so confident, and that allows him to push the pace the way that he does against the people that he fights, and allows him to go so hard is that he's so relaxed, because a lot of times people get burned out with just from the nervous energy of, the nerves of being in a fight. And Jorge is just, he's built for this, man. You could just see it in how relaxed he is inside the octagon. So that was why I wanted to show that clip, is just how relaxed he can be. And then here's him against Nate Diaz. Again, throwing that strong, where'd that go? That body kick, that strong right side body kick. Again, I think throwing in a head kick as well, as I mentioned before, I think that'd be something I'd like to see from him, is mixing in that power side, right side head kick, especially against a gentleman like Nate Diaz, because I'm pretty sure Diaz was only knocked out once, or finished once by, I might be messing this up, but I'm pretty sure Josh Thompson finished Diaz with a head kick. So that would have actually been a nice thing to throw. Just throw a couple head kicks in, and it might have opened up the body even more. But again, that beautiful body kick here. And then he ends up forcing Diaz to go down and rest and recover a little bit. Just always working, always making his opponents work every opportunity that he has. And again, really mixing things up with not just punches. So he goes punches to clinch. When he's got somebody against the fence, he's always trying to take him down. He's not just resting against the fence. He's working. And it's the unpredictability and the mixing things together that really make Jorge such a dangerous and good fighter. The fact that he embraces all aspects of the martial arts. He goes from boxing to kicking to clinching to takedown, and through it all, just a relentless pace. And as we know, this fight ended up being a stop due to a doctor stoppage due to cuts, and Jorge ended up winning that fight. And then against Kamaru Usman, another one, not another, but I guess the one weakness that Jorge might have is his cardio. But you can't really blame him. To be honest, I was impressed with the cardio that he came into this fight with, given that it was a 1 week notice fight. So I guess you could say that a weakness of his is his either endurance or his cardio, however you want to say it. But again, I don't know if that's entirely true, because when he's properly prepared, I guess we'll find out. They're scheduled to fight again April 24th, so I guess we'll find out. But against Kamaru, he didn't really show as great of an ability to get back to his feet as he did against other fighters. I was impressed that he was able to get back to his feet multiple times against Kamaru, because Kamaru is so notoriously good at holding people down and controlling people. But I think you kind of tell he was really trying to conserve his energy in this fight. But again, always making people work. He never just lets Kamaru rest on top. He's always trying to, even though it wasn't as good as his performance normally is, he was still, working to stand up and forcing Kamaru. It was not an easy night. The win was not an easy win for Kamaru by any stretch of the imagination. And then he, again, is unafraid to throw these body kicks. And especially, again, going back to what I said about that, wanting to see him throw head kicks. This is, just my personal opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. But against a wrestler, a head kick is a much safer bet, because if a body kick a wrestler can catch and take you down off of. But here, when he throws a strong body kick there, if he would blast a couple to the head as well, I mean, that's something that I'd really like to see from him. That really strong kick, just elevated that a little bit higher. I don't know, just an idea. What do I know, though? Again, great takedown defense. Kamaru is just an animal and was able to get him down to the ground. But for my money, on 8 days' notice, Masvidal did a great job of not getting taken down. here, he does a great job posting out on that hand, trying to stop the takedown. But Kamaru again is just an animal. He's just too much and too strong. So overall, I don't really have a lot to say about Masvidal. The only patterns that I can pick up on is that he likes that strong side body kick. He likes to blitz forward and switch stances as he blitzes forward. He likes to get the double underhooks for the clinch, push people against the cage, and work from there. And then he usually shoots head outside on his shots. Those are the only patterns that I can pick up on. He throws powerful shots. He's got good cardio. He's very, very, very tough guy. I apologize. This isn't my best breakdown, but it is what it is. I've got a fight coming up April 2nd in Knoxville, Tennessee. So basically, all my free time I've been spending training for that. So as a result of that, the channel has kind of been suffering. Not as many videos have I been putting out, and probably not as great quality as I'd like them to be, but it is what it is. So I mean, that's the level of my analysis on Jorge Masvidal is not very deep, and it's not very. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I really said anything super insightful, but hopefully you got something out of this. And I guess my key thing to take away from Jorge Masvidal, I think that how relaxed he is and how he wants to be in the fight. I think the mentality of Jorge Masvidal is something to be replicated and imitated. If you can do something like that, I think that you should. All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this breakdown. Hopefully you learned something, or at least it was somewhat entertaining to a certain degree. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time.